Hi everybody, it's Amy at Crafty Cat, and it is time again for the hashtag 50 Stack Challenge. This challenge is meant to build up our stash of ephemera. When I started it, I wanted to use a whole stack of guest checks, and there are 50 guest checks in a stack of this particular kind that I get at Walmart. These have all been coffee stained. But I didn't know that these were hard to find in other countries and whatnot. So you can use anything you want for the background piece. You can just even use a piece of cardstock if that's what you'd like to do. I have no issues. This was just an idea for fun. So each week I will choose 2 prompts. Those 2 prompts will be used, 1 per each guest check. So for example, I'll just grab this one out just so I do something different than the first 2. This week that we did these, number 7 guest check was lace. So I did all kinds of lace. And number 8 guest check was vellum. So I printed one of my digitals on vellum. Which is hard to see in this particular one. I probably should have done a lighter print on there, but anyway, that's neither here nor there. So, but that's what it was vellum. So that's all you have to use is that 1 prompt per guest check, and then anything else you want to use. So even if you did this one with lace, you don't have to use all kinds of lace. You could use 1 little piece of lace and you've met the challenge, right? Because you've used lace. So that's all it is. You just use the 1 prompt and then whatever else you like on whatever kind of background you want. We are using, or I am using guest checks, but there's other people that are using envelopes or receipts, just some other kind of paper or something that kind of looks like a guest check or a receipt or something. So yeah, just use what you want. So this is the list of the prompts so far. 1 through 22 are here. So let me hold it up a little bit. Sorry, my lighting up high is not super great. And then you can get a screenshot of that. Or I have a playlist and it's named hashtag 50 Stack Challenge. And you can go and check that out at any time and see all the people that are participating in the hashtag 50 Stack Challenge on YouTube. There's other people that do Instagram or Facebook or whatever, and they're just posting some pictures, or there might even be people at home that are just doing it for fun. So, and that's no problem. But if you do decide to post on social media, make sure you do the hashtag 50 Stack Challenge just so that myself and other people can find you, because that makes it fun to see what everybody's doing. All right, I think I've said all the things. So let's draw the prompts for this week. If you have questions, just ask, and I'm always willing to answer. So I have a bag here that's full of all kinds of prompts that I just wrote down and threw in my little bag. So hopefully I'll pick a little more variety than I did last week. I don't know how I keep doing that. It's the most bizarre thing. So, okay. So paint spatters or splatters, whatever you want to call them. Just little splashes of paint is what number 23 is. So I'm going to put number 23, and on here I'm going to write paint splatters or spatters. I wrote spatters, however you say it or want to say it. That's just how we always said it. Okay, I'm going to draw another one. Hopefully it's nothing to do with paint. I don't think so, but I don't totally remember what all I put in here because, you know, you're just sitting there writing stuff down and not really. Use a butterfly. So number 24 is butterfly. So that's at least different. And you can use a sticker, you can draw a butterfly, you can, whatever. Cut it out of a magazine, book, whatever, just use a butterfly. And then paint spatters. Could also be, you could even do, if you don't like how it spatters all over the place, you could use one of those little stamps that looks like it has the spatter design on it or splatter design on it. All right, so I'm going to get some stuff together and I'll be right back. Okay, I am back. So 23 is paint spatters. So we'll use some of our acrylic paints, and I have black, or this Laguna, which is a turquoise, or white. I'm just kind of, and I always use those colors, but those are just kind of colors I like. Let's see, what else? Paint spatter. So I thought it might be fun to take this window envelope, which is ripped and torn, but we're going to cover it so it shouldn't really matter, and kind of have it as a flap on here that opens, and then have something on here, but then make the back flap a little tuck spot or pocket. So I think that's what we'll do. We're going to cover our envelope using this number 10 window envelope cover. These are in my Etsy shop if you are interested in those. They're just kind of nice because it makes it a little easier to cover the window. I have cut out, when you print them out, obviously the holes aren't going to be there. You cut those out, and then I have inked all around them so that if any of this shows on the back or front or wherever, it isn't gonna be weird, you know, it's not gonna look bad. So let's see, we gotta get it lined up right. There's a little extra here and there on these. This one goes right to the line, and it depends, even though they're number 10 window envelopes, there's still some variation. And I'm gonna rip it not all the way at the edge on this side because I want to do some other collaging. So I'm gonna tear it right here. So I hope you're all doing good. I know the beginning of the video is always a lot of me jabbering because I'm trying to explain to everybody how this all works, you know. But yeah, I'm glad that there's people joining in, and like I said, you can't be late because you can join in at any time. It makes no difference because it's really just meant for fun. Just to get some ephemera made. And like I said, originally I wanted to use a whole stack of guest checks, so that's how it all got started. So yeah, I hope you guys are doing good. I hope you had a good weekend. It's Friday for me, so I haven't had my weekend yet, but we got lots to do this weekend, so I'm sure it will be fun. Had a busy couple weekends, but very nice. All right, I'm gonna kind of ink right on this edge, but I think most of the other edges might get trimmed, so I'm not, well, the back one might be the right size too, so let's just add a little ink. And so far, I know there's no spatters, and the spatters will come at the end, so. And of course, you could just, you know, spatter your guest check, like the background, which I might do that actually. Maybe I should do that first, huh? So it's done, but let's get this guy glued on here around the window the right way, hopefully, as well as I can. Lining things up is not my strongest. Cutting straight, all those things. I don't think my brain thinks straight or something, because I struggle with all that. I got it crooked, but we can fix it. We'll just go around the edge with another piece of paper. We'll have to do that anyway because it did get ripped. So it's just, as you can tell, a junk mail envelope. Okay. Alright, so there's that much, and then I think let's do some spatters on our guest check. I was going to grab that guest check. That would have been good, huh? Alright, and then I need something to put behind it. Just so that we don't totally get spatters on absolutely everything, although I probably still will. I do black, I think, for this part. Just a couple drops. Maybe a little bit of the turquoise would be fun. My turquoise is a lot thicker. I added water to my black when it got about halfway gone because I knew I would use it mostly for this kind of stuff. I'm already getting it everywhere. Okay, and we'll do our black. Have my apron on. I got smart about that. A little bit better. Try to keep it handy. Because when it's not handy, I don't use it. Okay, so we'll set that aside to dry. And we'll continue with covering the envelope. Alright, so we need something down this edge. And I have this. This is from my industrial digital download, and it has some spatters on it already, so that's kind of cool. I thought these letters might look neat here. They're from what do you call it? Oh my gosh, a ledger. A ledger book that, you know, was alphabetized. Oh my gosh. Do that. So what I'll do for your weekend, did you have a nice one? Is the weather nice where you're at, or cold? I think it's supposed to cool off a whole bunch for us. At least that's what they're saying, so. But it is that time, right? Although I could have fall forever and just be happy as pie. So I know you can see the back of that, and that's why I inked it a little bit, but I'll also try to kind of line up the one I'm going to put on the back so that it, you know, so you don't see as much of it. I think. I just kind of want to add some bits to that. You know, for some interest. I guess it doesn't really matter. Either side is not really anything exciting. But just to have something else on there for interest. And like I said before, I always seem to do a pocket on one and not on the other. And I did it again, not intentionally. Okay, now I'll take this piece, and I thought this would be good. You could have a writing space, so I think I will pretty much do this whole piece the size that I need it. And I already kind of marked it with a pencil to size, hopefully, as best I can here. And then, yeah, I think that'll work. At the top, I'm about here, and then I'll probably just cut it or tear it after the fact. It's not a huge writing space, but at least it'll give a little more writing space. I like to always kind of leave a little bit, either top or bottom or whatever, to make sure there's enough to cover. The reason we did these mostly is just to get around that window so that it's a little bit easier instead of trying to collage around it, because that can be hard sometimes. One piece of paper just wants to hang out with this. But I don't want it to. Okay, that should do it there. What I do with my little card, I don't know. Okay, now I can just trim it, and you can see I got it crooked again. Because I'm good at that. I don't want it to stick out that far. A little bit sticking out isn't a big deal, but all that gluey. Okay. See, so now we got a little writing space on here as well. You can see a little spot there I'm going to cover. This is a very random bit here. And I'm going to go over it, and I'm not going to worry about it because that's going to be behind the guest check. These are just leftover bits from, I think it was my Marguerite Miller collage. Or no, it was last week's, the dictionary page thing. And this is torn, and here's the fold, so I'm going to have to put a little something there. Maybe just a piece of this, because it's nice and thin. And that'll also hang over, but it's not a big deal. I just realized it's not long enough there, is it? Oh, yeah, because that was down there. Okay, I'll try to go ahead and let that dry because I don't want to bend it, and this isn't quite dry yet. So maybe we could do some splatters on here to get those dry as well. I don't really want splatters on my window here. Just kind of go like that. Oops, I don't want black and blue at the same time. Okay, I will get these dry and I'll come right back. Okay, I am back and this is dry and the front of this is dry. I did add a strip of old paper here that I'm letting dry. I just glued it down just because it was torn up at the top. So now that's all covered. And then we're going to put our guest check here, but we need to decorate that. So I was going to use this piece by Tim Holtz and this gentleman that you'll be able to see through the window. His head is cut weird, but that seems to be a problem with a lot of my paper dolls. And then I'm going to put the tag in behind. Those are ready for that. I found some of my spatter paper from when I did some of the spatter like Louisa Heinzel did. So I have some pieces of that. These are Medieval Mirage. This is paper. If you're wondering where I got the paper from, that's where I got it. And it was spattered with ink and all kinds of stuff. It doesn't matter what you spatter with. So if you're doing yours and you know you want to use something else, you can use whatever medium will spatter. And I don't know exactly because Joff over at Medieval Mirage has a few different of the black and white digitals, but if you go over there and look, you obviously can choose the one that you like the best. I think I will cover part of our strip down here. I think, how high does, actually maybe not. Yeah, I think I want it like his elbow is leaning on the top of the clock. I'm going to have to fold this so I can see. It should be dry enough now, I hope. I hope. Let me grab my metal ruler. Sorry, I'm taking forever today, I feel like. I did mess up my plastic a little bit drying that, but so I think I want it like this so that the guest check at the top sticks out a little bit. Yeah, he needs to stand on date basically, and that's, I remember that. I think I already inked those. Those are ready to go. I'm gonna use art glitter glue, and we don't need the entire thing glued because I think I'll be cutting a little bit off. He stands on the date kind of spot to figure out. It's always tricky. That'll work. And we'll just trim off that little extra there. That's one of Tim Holtz's older pieces of ephemera, and I'm not sure exactly which package that was from. Oh, jeez. One little deal of one spot of glue on there and wipe it off and it takes off that whole thing, of course. That's annoying. Okay. Guess it just adds to the old the old look, right? All right. So then what we're going to do is glue this so that it's a pocket. So we just need to put glue at the top, the side, and I want to leave a little space from the fold, just so it folds proper. Okay. It's not wanting to fold very well just because it's got a lot of paper on that spine now. Okay. And then we got a little pocket back there that we'll have our tag in. And I think I'll put spattered paper on there just for drying simplicity. And we'll put spatters on top. That'll match the other ones. Actually, I just need a piece. This is actually gold ink that's on this. I use, it's Winsor and Newton ink, and I have black and gold and white and silver. And those work pretty good. I have to see how much she's going to cover of this. Gonna have her sit on this. I'll have to cut this as well, but I liked how it had the little park design on there. And this tag is from my industrial digital download. Forgot to do that side. And then I have a little tab right here that we'll put on the side so that it sticks out so you know to pull that in and out. I'm taking forever, you guys. I'm sorry. Is that going to be... Yeah. For a second, I thought her feet were going to hang off. Okay, now she's got glitter all over her. From the gold ink kind of does that. It sloughs off glittery gold. Got ink or glue everywhere but where I needed it, I think. Alright, so then our tab can hook onto the side, which is a little abnormal, but tab, not tag. But that way we know it's there. Just have it stick out a little bit. In she goes. So then you can open it, write a little, do that. I actually don't think I need any more spatters because there's spatters on here and spatters on there. Spatters everywhere. All right, so there's that one all ready to go. Sorry, that did take me a minute. Okay, let's get rid of this. Oh, it was already attached to one at the back. And then for butterfly, which is 24, I have these little paper butterflies. They had little wooden beads for the body, but I took those off because they're going to become wings for this adorable little girl. And these are just some roses I cut out, and I thought this could maybe go across here. And these are just scraps and things I had from a paper pad that I had. You know how you end up with the little bits and pieces left here and there. She's going to be the rose fairy. Okay, so these, I thought what I would do is cut them so that we can put them how we want. Because they're, it's hard when they're attached to each other to make them look right, like wings, if you know what I mean. And I want to have kind of an offset look here, so they look sort of doubled. So we're going to glue one to the other. Is that one? Probably should have done it the other way with the polka dots on top, huh? Since that's more of a print. Okay. So I'm not lining them up perfectly. I'm staggering them a little bit. So she's got kind of double wings, and they don't want to stick to each other. They want to stick to my fingers, but they don't want to stick to each other. Oh, I did that backwards again. What is my deal? Honestly. Because it's gonna overlap and it's not even gonna touch that other part with the glue. Okay, hopefully they will stick together. Let's get this inked a little. Just a little. She's actually gonna sit on these. I forgot. I tried a few different things and wasn't liking anything, so I think I'm gonna have her set kind of about right there, maybe? Because I want to see the roses still too. Was it that way or was it? No, it had to be this way. Can't remember exactly how I had her. I think it was there. Okay. We're going to hook these to the back of her. Kind of you want to put them like where you would think your shoulder blades roughly are. Oh, I did it. What is the deal? That one's right. What did I do? Oh, put it on the wrong side. My gosh, Amy. I'm really struggling with this wing concept today. Hopefully you'll manage to do it without, you know, getting glue everywhere like I do. Okay, I'm going to let that sort of set for a second. I have a little word dream. And just some lace, I don't know, for up here. Put this across here to kind of hold our little perforated strip in place. Cut it basically right at that H. I forgot to cut the other one like a tag, but we can do that. The other guest check. Oh my gosh. Struggling today. I have no tales to tell. Which seems to be a lot lately. I guess nothing really is going on, that's why. Do it kind of like that, I think. So you can have one butterfly, you can have butterfly wings, you can have 10 butterflies, do it however you want. It's just my interpretation. I'm trying to get her dress that it looks like it's setting on that edges of that petal, those petals. Very cute. I don't know if I'll need or be able to put the lace behind that. I don't want to cover up the 24. The rest of the number I don't really care, but a little lace might work, huh? Sorry, my husband's home. Bless you. He always has gigando sneezes. I don't want the lace over her head. I think I'm just going to skip the lace because I just feel like it's in the way. Not helping. Okay, so then we're going to snip our corners on both of those. Thought it was up and it's not. Okay, and then this one. Oh, is that going to work, I wonder? We'll find out. Yeah. I don't know if it would because of this one. It's probably not going to work. We'll have to snip the hole. No, it won't get in there far enough. Now you can get as extreme as you like with your paint spatters. And you know, eventually if I, figure out where I want to put this, I might add something else onto the front of that. I don't know. That's just kind of where I am with it at the moment. So we have number 23 was paint spatters and number 24 was butterfly. So I think those turned out cute. I love the butterfly girl. She's so sweet. With her wings. And then our paint spatters with our lady back here too. Alrighty. So there we have it for Guess Checks 23, paint spatters, sorry, I have them out of order, and 24, butterfly. All right, so I hope you guys enjoy making yours, and I can't wait to see what you do. Have an awesome day, and we'll chat soon. Love ya. Bye.